Hi guys, thank you very much. Happy to see so many of you here. We'll have to start quickly as we got some issues with laptop before. So there will be three areas what we will talk today. One, we will define what the digital accessibility is, because it's like now we've got this track accessibility here, and we didn't pick it up before, so we will talk about that. Then I will tell you something about the guys who has disability, about this client, how to care about them as well. And we will focus about not automated, but accessibility testing, and how to automate this test and or some parts of this test. So quickly about me, I'm coming from IT, from software development, especially from QA world, automation world, and that's all for now. What's the digital accessibility is? So there are three aspects of that I want to share with you and want to invite to understand and push with that. So everything is defined on our blog. If you want to look or discuss about that, you are invited to come to that. First thing is, this is all about capability of the software product to be understood, learned, used, and attractive to the user with this disability. Because we are focusing on people with disabilities, this is why we want to pick it up in this definition. And that's why we are calling it as a part of the whole usability definition. So digital accessibility is taking care about people with disabilities, and the usability is all about all the users. So this is like the part of usability. The third point which I want to point here is the way how we can care about that. Marta showed you before how to develop with this aspect, how to care about the semantic of HTML, how to prepare the pages which are accessible. And I will tell you about how to test the pages, the products you're doing, to make sure they are accessible. And to make sure they are accessible, you have to do two tests. One is like with real people, with real users who has disability, to make sure they are able to access your soft. And the second thing is about standards, because there is like WaysConf who are taking care about the definition of standards for software to be accessible. So there is some checklist, there are some standards you can follow to make sure your software is accessible. So those three aspects are the clue of digital accessibility. Now about the customer with disability. So again, three things, because it's easy to remember three things. So again, three things. With special needs. So this is a guy who, beside that he has a need as everyone, like he wants to buy a shirt or do some shopping in grocery or whatever. As everyone, they have some special needs. So if he is blind, he don't see it, so he has to hear it. Or if he can hear, he has to see that thing. So there are some special needs, so additional things what they need to follow your software. Second important thing is that those clients, those customers are faithful, and you should use it for business case, right? If you are looking for clients who are coming and back for some shopping on your site, I'm using shopping because it's like most obvious about every product. If you want faithful customer, those are very faithful. So if they, because the reason is easy, right? If they find it, your software accessible, then not losing a time finding another software to check if that is accessible. They are just staying with the software which is accessible. And the third thing, which can be used for your business case as well, is that they are telling about them in the society. So they are just sharing the knowledge that your software is accessible, so you can get more and more clients like that. Okay, let's go to the testing now. So in accessible testing, there are a few aspects how you can measure it, how you can test it. One is what I mentioned before. There are some standards which are created, checklists you can check, go through it, and make sure you are following the standards. There is like new version of those standards around the corner. They should publish it like in August. It's not yet, but the new version will come soon. So there is some standard, there are some tools which are following those standards, so you can use that to make sure your software is accessible. The second thing is then you need a special guy or someone who will know how to test it. He knows the tool set, he knows all those standards who are around to implement all those things which are invented before. The third thing, you need a person with this ability to test the thing, right? This is another aspect which is very important in that process. Fifth thing is that there are some tools which are doing the work automatically. But it's not like they are doing everything for you. It's good to have such tools. They are solving some issues. They are finding some popular issues. Marta shows you that, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 the most popular issues with accessibility. So, and I think like 5 of them are like possible to find by some automated tool. Of course, it's not solving all issues, but it's doing something for you, like initial job to find some like very general issues which are so obvious. But today, I don't want to go through everything because there is no time. I just want to show you the only one aspect about this technical testing. I believe that you will find that useful because there will be some tools you can just take to your project and check with your guys if you are using it or not. So we will focus only on technical testing using supporting tools. So, what kind of tools could be used? There is like bunch of type of tools. I want to just show you like few of them with number of areas, so you can just take them and try maybe find some alternative. We are finding it like very useful. We are using it in our job when we are doing some audits or testing. So they are useful for us, but yeah, of course, there are just a number of different tools, so you may find other tools useful as well. So first thing is ENG. ENG is more like a script which is injecting on your website and doing some check, doing some verification on your website and giving you some information. There is, I think, like 5 or 6 types of issues, what kind of issues they could identify on your site. It's easy to implement because it doesn't need to be something more than just opening the script in the browser, which is injecting to your website. Second thing is area dev tools. That tool is changing the view of your website to the way how blind people see it. So it will be interesting. I will show you on my demo, hopefully. So don't want to tell more now about that. Image alt, it's a plugin for a browser which is just verifying your product if there are alt attribute for images empty, or at least they are. NU HTML checker, there is a place where you can just send over your HTML files to do the test of the semantic, what Marta said. Color contrast analyzer, that's important for some disabilities. So that's what we can verify on our side. We could, as we are testing, we could just disable CSS and check how we can operate on our sites, because some people using the website as it is, some people are scaling the website to 200% to 400%, and if that's usable, so that's the techniques, what you can do, what you can check on your product. And I will be interested how you find your product after such kind of test. So let's go to the demo. Then hopefully everything will work. I want to show you three tools. Hopefully time will help us. So the first is Andy. I've got it open already. So what I will be testing? I will be testing WaysConf page, and you cannot see it. Let me check. How about now? Yeah. Zoom a little bit. So I will be testing WaysConf web page, and I will show you a few things what we are able to check in Andy. Andy is this plugin above, which is coming here. You can check, 6 different like features, which is just giving you some information. I will show you how the focus looks on agenda. So how the people which are using a keyboard to navigate on the page are capable to use the agenda. So I will just go through each element. You see the focus on the purple here where the logo is. And if I'm going to next element, you see that it's going through elements from many. That's fine. The best will be to skip that to go to the content, not have to go through all of them, but okay. There is a link for first day, second day, registration, nice, grand opening. And there are coming elements like the first session, and the next one is lunch break. And then we are going back to the first session, to the middle of the screen, and then to the end, then to the middle, to the bottom, and back to the left. So we see that the order here is like not perfect. If you are using a keyboard and you're going through elements, it's not best to navigate for people who are using that. So that's the one thing. Second thing I want to show you with that is how blind people see the page. So, and you will see why they see it like that. So I'm closing the Andy, and this is how the page looks now. So I'm switching the view with this icon. You cannot see it, but it's like with one eye hidden. So I'm changing the page to the way in linear mode, so I see how blind people will go through it. So what you can see here, you can see all those elements, how they are built, how they are organized, and even there is some navigation, some buttons here. That's nice, that's pretty cool. But then when you go into agenda, there is like a tab panel, and everything here just like that. There is like one tab panel with all elements here. There is no possibility to navigate through some parts of the screen how we saw it before. So every time someone want to go to find out which session is next, he has to go through all the elements, and yeah, he's totally blind where he is when he's just checking that. So that's pretty nice tool. It's called Area DevTools. And the third tool I want to show you is Axe DevTools. We can do this automated verification here. So just check if there are some issues on the web page. So we don't know nothing about how to test accessibility, and we are doing some accessibility tests now with this scan, and this is finding some issues. Of course, it's not finding all issues, but it's finding some issues which it's possible to find. So it found 4 of them. One is that this web page doesn't have lang attribute, so if I will use it like it is now, and my computer is set to Polish, and I will use screen reader, so everything will be written in Polish. So even the website is in English, it will be written in Polish, so that's not best. And the second thing, there are some links, 3 links, which doesn't have information what they are linking to. If we'll click to that and check, click highlight, you will find that there are some very standard situation that on the web page we have some links to some social, and now like people will only knew that there is some link, and they don't know what's linking to because there is no attribute, no text, nothing beside the icon, which doesn't have alt text as well. So that's issue for people like that. Okay, so there are 3 tools shortly shown, and go back to the presentation. There are some automated scans as well, as I said before, but you have to be aware that they are not fully scanning your web page, and you can care only about them. There is a number of them. If you want to find more about them, again, there is a blog article about prices, about features, about different things. There will be shortly update of this article this year, so come back to our site and our blog to check that. But remember that finding only the number of issues, like 30% from the experience. They are finding like 30% of issues of the real issues on the website. At the end, I want to invite you to test accessibility, and I started with some business case why you should do to find new clients and so on. But at the end of the day, if you not test it, you can regret it, because in Poland, there are some areas where you have to have accessible software already. So there is like units of the public finance sector. And the second thing is like all organizations, foundations, which are just taking the money from government. So all of them has to have accessible products, accessible websites currently, and that's the situation. And the second thing is that shortly the EU is coming to force to use to other areas to be accessible, to other sectors to be accessible. So in 2 years, all e-commerce, banking, telecommunications, communication, fare, bus, rail and water passenger transport, e-books, all those areas has to have accessible products. This is like regulated by law across European Union. Our country is just proceeding the law about that. So if you are working inside product, start to think about it now to not be too late. So takeaways, digital accessibility is an important aspect of user experience. You may soon receive a penalty and include people with disabilities for your UX research, for your testing, because they are always finding some new things that you don't think about it before. And that's all. Thank you very much. In the end, I want to just invite you for another conference which I'm co-organizing, and maybe you want to try yourself on hackathon, which will be there. It will be about creating some software, some products which are solving some problems for people with disabilities. That will be shortly, and you are all invited to that. Thank you very much for today.
Thank you so much, Tomasz. Do we have any questions? Oh, yeah, I see some coming.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to make a graphic-heavy site very accessible to all persons. Is it a common practice to make two versions of website? One is like text-based website, another for more graphical-heavy stuff? Or should it be packed in the same website? As we saw, like this table with a schedule, it's quite hard to make it like flat. That's why it's not so accessible now.
Okay, so yeah, it's always a kind of compromise with such solutions. So it's always you have to find out where is the way. We started today with answer, it depends, right? So it's always, it depends on the situation, on the product you are doing. We are here to just spread knowledge about accessibility, to make aware you guys that it's very important for some of us, and that's the case for doing the kind of things in a project.
Okay, thank you so much.